Hello friends, let's learn Tag Manager today. I'm going to explain what's Tag Manager and the advantages and how to use the Tag Manager step by step. The Tag Manager is a free tool developed by Google which can be used to insert your marketing tags in the website without editing the code every time. You just need to place the Tag Manager only one time. So later on, if you want to keep any marketing tags like Google Analytics or conversion tracking or any other tags, you don't need to go to the developer and ask him to edit the code. So without depending on the developer, you can just add any marketing tags. So now I'm going to explain what are the advantages of the tag manager. There are many advantages. First of all, it's very easy to use and it has a debugger. You can debug the elements. I'll show you what it is and how it looks like. And it has many built-in tags, like I said, the remarketing tag or the conversion tag, Google Ads tags. You can place them by choosing the built-in tags, and obviously it is compatible with Google Analytics, and it supports event tracking. You may ask me what is event tracking. I'll show you an example. If you see in my analytics, I'm tracking the events. You can see in behavior events, under the events you can see the events. Here broadly you can see three types: event category, event action, and event label. These three will be recorded for every event. Here if you see, I'm trying to track these events. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see how many clicks happened on WhatsApp chat, and then how many specific page views happened, and how many book appointment button clicks happened, and how many form fill clicks happened. Actually these are form fills, not clicks. And if you see the book appointment success, these are 14. There is a difference between the clicks and success. This is happened after the success page visits, and this is inquiry of success. Broadly these are the phone number clicks. I masked them, I just blurred them. So this is how it looks like. I'll teach you later how to track the events like this. So the advantage is you can see how many visitors are coming to your site, and how many are clicking, how many are dropping, how many are converting. It's very easy and handy tool. Now let's jump into this setup. I'm using a WordPress website, itips.in. It's a brand new WordPress website. I'm going to insert the Google Analytics page view tag now. So you should have obviously a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, go and create one Google account. Now I'm going to the tag manager. Here I'm going to create one account for this website. So iTips, I'm selecting India. iTips.in. In one account there can be multiple containers, or there can be multiple websites. This is web, not iOS, Android or AMP. This is specifically a web. I'm creating. Yes, it gives me two tags to insert. One is to keep in the head, the other one is in the body. So all you need to do is keep these two tags. If you're using a static website, keep it in the head tag just before closing the head tag. This is just after the body tag. Here I'm using the WordPress, so I have to log into the WordPress. In the WordPress there are a couple of ways to insert these tags. One is by editing the theme files. Here I'm going to the theme editor. I'm using 2020 theme, which is default. If you see the theme header, now I'm going to copy this one to place in the head. So I'm just placing just before head and updating file, and now it is successfully edited. Now I'm going to the theme footer. You can place the second one in the footer also. I'm placing this and update file. So now the installation of the Google Tag Manager is completed. Let's go to the Tag Manager and let's create our first tag. Add a new tag. So here I'm selecting Google Analytics. For this I should have a variable which is Google Analytics ID. I have to set up as a separate variable. So I have to go to Google Analytics and create an ID for that, create an account for the website. So in this meanwhile I am setting up this as Google Analytics ID. Here if you see, go to admin and account settings. Now let's go to create account and do as iTips. Next is web. Next website name iTips. I'm using it as itips.in. I'm doing it as HTTPS. This category, I'm selecting country for time zone. Create, agree, accept. Then it gives me the tracking code, but I don't need all this tracking code. What I need is just tracking ID. I'm copying this and then go to Tag Manager, just place this here in the tracking ID, save it. This is a custom variable which is saved in GAID, Google Analytics ID. So here it comes automatically. Now I'm selecting page view as default. I'm not going to select any of these things because I'm tracking the page views, the number of page views. So I'm naming this tag as page views. So now the page view tag creation is completed, but you have to define when it should trigger, when it should be triggered, when it should be fired. I'm firing this on all the pages. Right, I'm now saving it. So let me preview this tag first. Before I publishing, I usually see whether it is working or not. So now the preview mode is enabled. I have to go to website and see if the debugger is working or not. This is the debugger window. You can see this, right? So you can minimize this and maximize this. If you see on page view event, this is the tag which is fired, the page views tag. So all working well. Now I can publish this tag, basic page view setup, publish. Now it's live and now it is tracking the page views. If I see the website, and it should be able to populate my data in the live visits. real time. I'm seeing the overview, so we can see one here, the active page, home page. It's me who is active on the website. So now it is tracking your visitors. Now let's learn how to track the events. For that, let me see, I'm going to track how many times the search button was clicked by the visitors. For this, you need to go to tags. Let's go to variables first, and then you have to configure these built-in variables. If you go to the clicks, enable all these variables. You don't need enable other things, just enable the container ID for future purpose, not for now. Done. There is no save button, so you don't need to save it. It is already saved automatically. Now let's go to the tags. New. Search. Click event. I'm going to select Google Analytics. This time I'm going to select event category as search, as event action as search clicks, and I'm triggering it on all elements. Search trigger, save. I just want to see what are the variables coming in. GA, save. I just want to go to the preview mode, publish, and now refresh. This is Tag Manager. I'm clicking here. I'm using my control button so that I don't lose this Tag Manager window. Now there are two tags fired. One is page views, the other one is search click event. So if I click here, what happens? It is fired. If I click here, it is fired. It is firing everywhere, but I don't want fire it everywhere. I just want to fire it here when I click on search button. So if I click on search button, I'll look into the variables. I'm going to see what is the click class, which is search hyphen submit. So this specific click class is going to be my referrer, search hyphen submit. Just remember, I'm going to search event, and now I'm going to triggering. I'm going to trigger it and fire on only few. Click class contains, what is the name of this, search hyphen submit, search hyphen submit, save. Alright, now I'm previewing this. Refresh. Click on search. See, click event, tags fired. Search click event, it is fired. If I click here, is it firing? No. If I click on search button, only it's firing. Alright, you can see the details here. It is the event category is search, track type is track event, the event action is search clicks. So these things will be recorded in your Google Analytics. Before that, I have to publish this tag, search event publish. Now let's go to the site and refresh. I'm closing the other windows which are not useful. Alright, so now I'm clicking on search button. Let's go to this. Now if you see the events, you can see the event category as search, event action as search clicks, active users. Later when you go into the behavior events, and if you go to the top events or overview, it will show the data, but it will take some time. Don't worry, it won't show you immediately, but it will take some time to populate this data into your analytics account. So that's it for now. I'll come see you for now. Let's meet in the next class or next session for something more important on Google Tag Manager. Bye bye.